What up, YouTube? It's your boy Legend 4 back in the building again. Party Chat Podcast. We doing this thing again on a Friday night. I want to shout out the world, shout out YouTube, shout out everybody that joins the show throughout the week, catches us, takes some time out to listen to us, and we appreciate that. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button or hit that dislike button. But if you hit that dislike button and you're a hater, please leave a comment. We're always trying to improve as a team, as a group of fellas, as a group of friends. So I'm here right now with my boy TimWayne. Ain't nothing but a chicken Wayne. What's up, man? Talk to me. What you been playing? What's good with you?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Man, it's been a crazy week. We got a lot of stuff to get into this week. Um, I've been playing Madden, and of course, we had a major announcement today. Um, I kind of knew this was going to happen. I don't want to say that I knew, but I knew. But I didn't know it was going to be.
You sound like you smiling right now
I am
because
smiling.
To's.
I am smiling.
That's my quarterback.
I
Was
did not
on the
know
cover.
that's my quarterback would be on the cover in a Cowboys uniform. I believe from what I remember, and I remember all the Madden covers from 2001 to current in order. I don't believe that there was a cowboy on the cover. So this is big. It's a big day for me. Even though the NFL to me has been shit this week, this has kind of made up for it a little bit. So, yeah, we got a lot of big news, man. Switch fans, if you getting down with that Nintendo Switch, there's a lot of shit coming out for that too. So, hey, let's get into it.
I know we said we talk about that Switch, man, but oh no, I mean, I guess that's something I gotta leave up to you, bro, because I just can't justify parting. Why you
You're just a
laughing?
Switch hater, bro. It's okay,
Well,
man.
I don't hate the Switch. Why you laughing at me, bro?
I
I don't
I
I
don't
don't I don't
I
hate the
don't think you've
Switch.
ever
I
said
just
anything as far as the conversations we've had about the Nintendo Switch. I don't think I've ever heard you say anything positive about the Nintendo Switch.
I've never said anything negative either. My mama said if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of negative?
No, just don't talk about it.
Okay, all
Listen,
right.
man, the Switch don't exist in my household. That's
But if a Switch
it's
entered your household, you probably get forced into buying one. Let's just keep it funky.
what you mean somebody gave me one for free?
No. I'm saying
I was gonna
if
say, of course,
if
that's my
if
favorite fucking price. I would definitely take one for free.
of course, free is your favorite price. But what I'm saying though is, if you put a Switch in your house, I think for a good solid week, I think you'd end up buying a Switch, and you know why?
Yeah, well, that's different. I'm talking
Yeah.
about hardcore legend.
No, no,
You're
no. You
fighting
can't
below
talk
the
about where
belt
you
when you
been.
do that.
Hey,
You
look,
you can't. You're fighting below the belt, and that's not right. That's not fair.
it is fair.
Uh, of
It's
course,
fair.
if my baby came to me and said, "Daddy, I want a Nintendo Switch," of course, baby, anything, right?
Exactly. And
We talked about that before. Coming up, we didn't always have everything we wanted. We had to get out and hustle, cut grass, do whatever, get a little summer job, and those things we try to give to our kids now. It might make them a little soft, but we still try to do the things that for our kids that weren't available to us when we were younger. So
hey,
of course that's fighting below the belt. I would definitely make that purchase if that's what was asked of me. Absolutely, since my baby made AB honor roll for the entire year. Absolutely, Daddy would do that for you, baby.
for sure.
Um, Shout out to Shamari and Siobhan for making it through the school year. Shout out to Malachi and the whole more click up there where they at, for making it through the school year. Shout out to
Woo.
y'all. Shout out Toby, Milo. Z, shout out to you, baby girl. If y'all made it through the school year, it's the ultimate hustle. But that's a side
Hey,
note. Um, what are you playing besides Madden?
right
And if
now,
if you're not playing anything besides Madden, are you? Was it last year or the year before you got a free copy of Madden from playing Ultimate Team?
every year that Madden Ultimate Team has come out, I've gotten a free copy of Madden. Every year that
Yeah.
they've done it. And even as an
You know,
employee, I have gotten a free copy of Madden from if
so
uh
you know everybody gonna give you hate for that, but how
so I
can
will be
you
walking
acquire a
around.
free copy of Madden through Ultimate Team for those
I don't
Madden
want to. I
fans who want
don't
to
want
give it a
to.
try?
I don't want to spill it. I don't. I know. Well, see, I know the formula. Like I
So no,
know.
no, no, you
So
don't see
basically, what you
you can never say I'm overly competitive because you don't want to share the formula because it's gonna make you have to compete a little bit harder. That's unfair, Tim Wayne. But I feel you.
no.
I would do the same damn thing
You, I,
with no remorse. Do your
but look,
research.
I know.
Stop trying to take my copy.
Yeah,
Stop
I
trying to take
mean,
my copy out of me.
listen.
Listen, real quick. Coach is gonna join us in just a moment here, I believe. So after watching the Cleveland make it 3-3, tie the series
Yeah,
up.
shout
So
out to
he'll be
LeBron.
jumping in. I know you don't want to
41,
touch on the man, but go ahead.
41,
Go ahead.
41 points. 41 points for LeBron. So holla at your boy. And he tied it up. He doing his thing. He playing with a bunch of LA Fitness players outside of
Come
J,
on,
JR.
man.
Outside of
Come
JR,
on.
that's my dog because I love JR, man. JR,
Come
me and JR
on,
Smith
man.
got some love, from that 2K making people quit, dog. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh shit.
anyway,
Oh,
hey, but Madden,
making people quit. The boys ain't here to defend themselves. They'll be
hey,
throwing shots.
I was throwing all the slugs, fam. Get on the podcast. Let's talk about it. But
They don't want to talk
yeah,
about it. One. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop being messy
Don't
because
do it.
I'm
Don't do it.
messy.
That's not you. That's me. Anyway.
Apparently, I'm messy. I'm.
Hey, look, man. Stop sipping that wine. Get some water in your body. Get
Yo,
hydrated.
listen, man.
It's hot outside.
I got. I
Hey,
got
look.
both.
Look. Okay. All right. Good. At least you're doing both.
Shout out to the
But
haters. Shout out to the haters.
stop. 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 Stop.
If you're a
Okay.
hater
No.
and
Stop.
you know you're a hater, I'm
Stop.
talking to
Stop.
you.
Don't pull a Drake on us, please. But anyway, Madden Ultimate Team.
Shout out to the
If you
haters.
want an opportunity to get a free copy, you need to participate and sign up in the MUT Rewards program. Make sure everything is up to date, guys. That means your emails, your passwords. Make sure you're opening up packs. You want to make sure you get to the lead. I want to say there's Pro, All Pro, and Elite status, meaning you've
Yo,
opened over a
you
thousand
applying for
packs.
that? You applying for the community manager job right now? God damn!
Hey,
Give them the
listen,
business thing.
I'm there. I'm saying this now. I'm saying this on this podcast that before, in less than a year and a half, I will be a manager, a community manager at EA. I will achieve that ultimate goal. I set out to get to that goal in 2014, and I still, believe in doing that, and I'm still trying to do whatever it is that I can to get to that point. Um,
Shout out
but
EA
yeah,
Sports. What's up?
yeah. Not everybody hates EA. But anyway, yeah, you want to make sure that you get to the elite status, which is opening up 1,000 packs. I know that sounds really hard, but if you're active in the game, it's not going to be that hard to get to it. I say if you put in about 5 to 10 solo challenges a week, where you can achieve badges. Um, if you go through MUT Draft and you win packs, you should be able to get there in no time if you're dedicated like anything else. You should be able to get to that level. Also, I know people frown upon this, but it doesn't hurt to throw a little cash in there. This is a little insider tip.
I was just
It
about
just,
to ask you, does
that's
when you say making
I'm
sure
just
you
saying.
open up packs?
I'm not gonna give you. Uh, I'm not gonna give you a solid number because
But well, here
I'm not gonna do it.
let me push back a little bit. So you know my stance on microtransactions. I would say I'm the person that probably spends the least amount on microtransactions out of the clique, right?
And
Would you agree?
I'm telling you, I'm the most.
I don't
If
know
I
about
told
that.
you, no,
I don't
you
know.
have. Do you want to know how much money I've spent on microtransactions within the last
I don't
4
know.
years of Madden? Do
I
you
don't know
really want to
because
know?
I don't know, people's wives probably listen to this podcast, and I don't want. I'm snitches get stitches.
Listen,
Let's
I
just
don't
put it
have a
like that.
wife, so I don't care.
I know you don't, but I'm saying other people that may. I'm not telling, but they
I
say
see
I'm.
that. I
You
will
told me
give
I was
you.
man. I'm gonna stop being.
I'm gonna
I'm not
give
gonna
you
be
a
messy.
legitimate. I'm gonna give you a rough estimate of how much money I've spent in the last 5 years. So from Madden 13, or no, from Madden 25, which came out in what 2013, Madden 25 to Madden. What is this? Madden 18 that we're on right now. So that's five. That's 5 copies of Madden, right? That's 5 years. Uh, Honestly, and I've talked about this on a podcast, one of the very first video game podcasts that I did, Team Lift podcast. Shout out to Roderick and Brandon. They did a show on microtransactions, and they wanted to just talk to people who don't have a problem doing microtransactions. Again, I'm a single man. At the time, even though I had a girlfriend, we weren't like in under the same roof. Mind you, if we were under the same roof, probably be a totally different story. And if she had access to my account, whole different story. But on a rough estimate, I can't believe I'm finna say this. On a rough estimate, I spent probably about 8 or 9 grand.
Okay. I mean, I had a number in my head that.
Oh, what you had? What you thought? You thought you were gonna say a grand?
No, I thought like you was about to say like $20,000. I was about to end the
Oh
fucking
no, no,
podcast,
no, no, no,
and
no,
we was
no,
gonna have
no.
a discussion because listen, even $8,000, I'm over here sweating. My wife got the AC on blast. You got me over here sweating like, man, Lord Jesus, please tell me this dude has spent $20,000 on a goddamn microtransactions for some upper deck players in a man game. I was
Wait,
gonna
hold on,
be
hold on.
so
Yeah,
mad. Like
hold on,
I
hold
got
on.
hold on. You making me come out of my sweater, man. You making me come out of my sweater. 'Cause you know me. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Let me come out
Oh
this sweater,
man.
bro. All
Oh
right,
man.
so a grand, a grand, a grand,
Rough.
a grand.
That's a rough
My
estimate.
man,
That's a rough
my
estimate.
man, a grand. Okay, so that's a rough estimate. So I have to have a conversation with somebody else on the team, all right, and see if my man is about the same, because we
Listen,
got some
I
Overwatch fans in here. We got some
listen.
Star Trek fans. I'm not saying no names, but I know some things. But I ain't
Listen.
telling. Snitches get stitches.
Hey,
We got some Rocket League
listen.
fans.
I remember, especially in like, I don't know what made me go so hard because I could have gotten. I mean, listen, I have, and still have advantages because I haven't burned any bridges or done anything like that. There's been a lot of moving and shaking. I don't know if you know that, but there's been a lot of moving and shaking at EA. been a lot of restructuring and people taking on new responsibilities and stuff over here, and at the Austin site. But I didn't. I don't have to spend money on the game if I don't want to. I really don't.
Yeah, but
Um,
you don't want to. You know what I mean? That's almost
and
like a
that's
disadvantage.
and that was the thing, right? So it's a disadvantage because I know I was going to win if I had all the best players. So I felt like, okay, and it's it kind of sounds stupid, but it made sense to me while I was doing it, right? My thing was,
Mm-hmm.
if they see how much money I'm spending, because you can see the transactions and how much points you had. And for you guys out there that think that you can just call in the EA and they'll just give you anything you want because you spent a lot of money, that shit ain't gonna happen. Um, I mean, in certain situations, things may change or things may happen, but if you're just gonna call in and be like, "Yo, I got scammed out of this and I did this," that's just not gonna happen. They're gonna do an investigation. If the investigation is legitimate, fine, you'll get your stuff back. If not, peace out. I mean, that's what
The
anybody.
case gonna be sitting in Salesforce,
Yeah,
getting escalated between departments.
you know, yeah. I mean, I just felt like if I spent the money when I do want a player, they'd see how much money I've spent and then be like, "All right, cool." So that's why I didn't have a problem spending the money, and I wasn't spending. Well, I don't know. One Christmas, I'm not gonna lie. One Christmas, somebody gave me a significant amount of money, and I just was like, "Fuck it, I'm finna go for it," and I did it. And I just, I blew half of what they gave me. So, well, a little under
So,
half. I blew
all right.
a little under.
So looking forward to the 19 with your boy T.O. on the cover. What are your projections for the game? What are you looking to see? It looks like the focus again is on Hall of Fame players. You know, we didn't have a current. I won't say that. I'd say up until this point, everything we know that is the Hall of Fame edition. We still don't know if there's a different cover athlete for the standard 59.99 edition. Right, this one is supposed to be what 80. I
This will
think
be probably
I think I was
probably
listening
89.
to one of the shows on YouTube that I subscribe to. Funny dude, funny dude. This is sports, I believe. I'm saying that right. I don't know if
Okay.
you ever checked him out. Let me see. No, that's good sports on YouTube for all you NFL fans out there. That's all I'll say. Go check him out. Support that man. Support his channel. Become a Patreon member. It's worth it. His content he upload hilarious. But I saw that he had mentioned that the TO the Hall of Fame edition. I just have to say this. It's the gayest, one of the gayest things ever. But I don't know. I wouldn't call it gay. He's just being stupid. I won't even say it. Just go check him out. That's good sports. But
Yo,
he was like,
can I talk about what I saw on Twitter when it came out, when the announcement came out?
"Were they talking about the bulge?"
No. What there's yo, somebody was like, I don't, and I'm not lying. This dude said, I don't want no fucking crybaby ass edition of Madden. Get that shit out of here.
T.O. was emotional, man. He wanted to
Yo,
win. I can respect that,
he
bro.
said, I don't want no crybaby ass edition. I said, oh man. Ah, come on, man.
But look,
He had one incident.
Brayden,
He had one incident, and they've been riding him for 13 years. I feel like that
yeah,
happened like 10 years ago. It did happen 10 years. It happened in 2009.
Man, that's a good look for To, man. That's something. That's something that he can hang on his wall, right? He graced the cover of that first 2K, right? That 2K
Yeah,
football
yeah, he
that
did.
had EA shook up. So
Yeah.
I mean, now he's grabbing a cover of, man. You know, shout out to To, man. That's a good look for you,
Hey,
man.
shout
It
out to
is
you.
what it is. But I'm kind of curious as who's gonna be that standard edition cover athlete.
I got
So
I got three I got three people that I have in mind that I think is gonna grace the cover.
Tom Brady, and Tom Brady
No, Tom Brady
again.
already graced the cover of Madden. Tom
Again,
Brady was on Madden 18. So Gronk was on
put
17.
put him on it again.
So what I think
Okay,
who I think is
who's it
gonna
gonna
end up,
be?
it's either gonna be one of three people. And I'd like to hear what you think about that. My number three person is Julio Jones. I think Julio Jones
He
has
had a terrible year last year.
he had a terrible year. Yeah, he only caught 3 touchdowns. And for you Cowboys haters, Des Bryant called more touchdowns than Julio Jones. So my dick from the back. Anyway, um, so Julio, I think it's Julio
It's
because
not
I don't
all
think
about
Julio.
touchdowns, you know that.
We know that. It's not all about touchdowns. But I think it's Julio.
It's about
Um,
chemistry, but I'm not gonna be messy right now.
I think it's Julio. My
I'm not gonna be
second,
messy right now.
my
It's about
second,
chemistry. When you're
my
on a
second,
team, it's about chemistry and communication. But I'm not gonna be messy right now.
my second,
Hit
my
the like
second,
button.
my
Hit the
second
like button.
favorite player, or my second cover athlete that I think is going to end up on the cover
I don't
is
appreciate you acknowledging my messiness.
yeah. Listen, it's all good.
Hit the
The
like
second player,
button.
the second player is JJ Watt. And I
Yeah, I
think the
can get down
first
with
player,
JJ.
I think it's going to be JJ. It has a chance. I think he has a legitimate shot. And my first shot, or I think who has the best shot at being on the Madden cover is Antonio Brown from the Steelers. I think that's a legitimate.
Wasn't he
I
on the
wouldn't be
cover with
mad
Larry
if
Fitz?
Antonio Brown, huh?
What's the name? Him or was that Santonio Holmes on the cover with Fitzgerald?
That was Troy Polamalu.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So those are the guys that I think have a legitimate shot. If either of those three guys were on the cover, I would not be mad about it. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna get the original cover. I'm gonna get the Hall of Fame edition. And just so you know, the Hall of Fame edition is usually geared towards people that play Madden Ultimate Team. So if that is not your thing, then I completely understand. You probably want to go with a regular edition.
Could we see one of those covers?
Unless you're a Cowboys fan and a Terrell Owens fan, then hey, I'm
Could we possibly see? You know, you remember the year after what I think it was 2K11
yeah,
came out with Jordan on the cover, right? That next year they had Jordan, Bird, and Magic on the cover, and it just depends on which one you walked in the store and was trying to grab, right? I mean,
yeah,
you could go in and like GameStop and be like, now I want the one with Jordan on the cover, or I want the one with Bird on the cover. Are
yeah.
we gonna
I
see
remember.
like one with Marino or what I'm saying, some of those other guys, Rod Woodson on it on the cover?
It's very possible that could happen. But I do believe they're going to. I mean, if you think about everybody else that is going or that's going to be in this Hall of Fame draft class, I think Brian Urlacher is one of them. Of course, To. There's like two or three other guys. Like they've all been celebrated and they've all been on a cover. A lot of people don't realize that Brian Urlacher was on the cover of 2K
2K
before
game
Terrell Owens was. Uh, and then they had
back
the
in
one with
the.
one Sap. So it's like they've gotten uh their
Was
time.
Urlacher before? Oh,
Urlacher
it was
was
called
before Terrell
2K,
Owens. Yeah,
the Moss games, yeah. And then
Yeah,
when it came,
yeah,
they hit us with the ESPN 2K.
yeah.
That's when TL
ESPN
Gracie.
2K was
Okay, yeah,
the rebranding of the 2K game.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with you.
So I mean, hey man, shout out to those guys. I'm looking forward to it. What the reason why I get so pumped up about Madden is not only because it's football, but it solidifies one thing, and I don't think a lot of people put it
And they
into
bring the
perspective.
freaking college football game back.
I
Jesus,
mean,
I don't know what I have to
NCAA
freaking
needs to
do.
come back.
I have to stand
NCAA needs
out
to
in
come
the
back.
front of the building with one of those tarps and get my lawn chair, and me and Siobhan stand out in front of EA, and like you see the LA Fitness people out there. Shame on you, EA. Shame on you. College
Yeah,
NCAA.
bring
Get
it
what do I
back,
have to
dog.
do to get to Memphis?
I don't know, man. It's so much legal stuff going on with that. I mean, it's more stuff coming down the pike in regards to that. But yeah, I mean, I think people don't realize, like, when Madden drops, that means you need to get your coins together, dog. Let's just keep it funky, because guess what that means? That means that later down the line, like Madden might be out now, but you about to get hit with a whole bunch of other games as we segue into other games that have been announced this week that are dropping. So,
What's your
hey,
top one from this week?
I mean, the top one is
Outside
probably
of
going to be
Madden.
Battlefield. It's
You
not Madden.
said
It's
you didn't want to
definitely
talk
not Madden.
about it. You
I
said
did, but I
you
mean,
didn't want.
I don't want to talk about it because I don't feel like, okay. So here's my spiel with this, and I feel like I'm taking up a lot of the airtime and not letting you talk.
Do your
But I got some
thing.
shit I need to get
It's a
off my
team.
chest, dog.
We're chemistry. We got chemistry. We're a team. This is what we do.
I got some stuff I need to get off my
I'm
chest,
being
dog.
messy.
I just
I'm
really
being messy. Am I
no, no,
being
no, no,
messy
no,
though?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda, a little
I don't
bit.
have to say it so much. All right, I'll stop saying it.
Okay, so
But I thought we was
okay, so
team though. I thought we
we
had
are we are
chemistry.
we are a team. We are a team, bro. Don't be Drake. Don't be a Drake.
Don't. I'm not being.
Um,
I'm just.
but
I'm trying to be LeBron. I'm trying to keep everybody together.
hey,
Don't leave the
man,
team, Kyrie. Let's get some more championships.
yo, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's ugly. Don't do that.
What?
Anyway,
What
anyway,
I say? I'm
just
being
stop.
messy.
Yeah, stop,
All
bro.
right.
Chill. Anyway, so Battlefield. I just everybody's hyped, right? Because the game hasn't come out yet. We got E3 in a couple weeks. We know EA Play is going to be on Sunday. They're kicking the stuff off. They're kicking everything off. We know
On
that's
Saturday
gonna
or Sunday?
be one of the big games that they put out there. I
Saturday
mean,
or Sunday?
it's gonna
Saturday
be
or
on
Sunday
Sun.
for you.
I want to say
Okay,
Sunday. I
didn't
could be
last year,
wrong.
right? I remember, right? Look, think back with me. Go into your mind. Think back with me. Remember, they did the little they were doing the NBA Live event, right? And they flew a bunch of people out there, and they had this big thing, right? With live, right? And
Yeah,
then
that's
did
right.
it the day before. I thought it was like on Saturday, right? They talked about the battlefront. They talked about Battlefield. They talked about Mid Live. We had the debacle with old boy with, I think it was what, Need for Speed, where
He
he got
froze. He
he
froze.
froze. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was I think that was on Saturday. So are we doing that again? EA,
I
you think
believe
so?
so. I believe so. I know. Well, EA Play. I know that is set in stone. Like that is
Okay.
going to be. That's not like oh, we're gonna try this out. That is going to be forever. EA is gonna have their own thing to kick off E3, just like Microsoft, just like
I'm
Sony.
like Russell. Don't
Yeah.
leave me, KD. Why you gotta
Um.
leave, bro?
Man,
We're over here balling, bro.
you
You gonna
can't
play for
stop.
the enemy, bro? All right, I'm gonna stop being messy.
Oh my god, I'm about to hang up, man. God damn it. But yeah, this Battlefield hype that I'm seeing right now, I just want everybody that claims that they play Battlefield, I just want them to stop. Stop lying to yourself. You're not playing Battlefield, my guy. You're playing Call of Duty, okay? You're playing Call of Duty. You know
Them
you
boys
playing
is
Call of Duty.
them boys is hot about that duty though. Hold on now. We got some
Hey,
mixed.
we can get into that. We gonna get into that because Call of Duty is right now. But guess what though? People still gonna buy it though, whether they
Yeah, that
like it or not. They're still gonna buy it.
right. What people that listen, we know people, right, that'll buy the Call of Duty and won't even touch the campaign, right? It's all about prestiging, it's all about
Exactly.
hitting level
How fast can
50
you
and
prestige? How fast can
yeah.
you get up there? How can you unlock all your variables? Like your can you get your unlock straight? Like what's the
Li-
best gun
and
moves? All that stuff.
and I always say, right, PlayStation don't have any multiplayer games. Well, a lot of my boys from high school, they're Sony heads, and that
Mhm.
was the whole thing during that 360 Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 stage. That generation, right? You had the free service
Mhm.
over on Sony, and they was playing Call of Duty on that dog shit ass network, and
It's still
we
dog
was,
shit.
we
I
had it
think it's still dog
we had
shit. We
we
even
had it we had it we had it crispy on our side on 360, and that's what they did over there. Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
yep.
um and I was just, I don't know, man. Like I think we talked about it. I'm a little burnt out, but it's a microtransaction machine, the multiplayer, and I can't totally sit here and say that I completely disagree with just the multiplayer game. But I will say I appreciate a campaign in a game. I appreciate the game having a game that has both, right? Both options. You still
Okay.
let me play and experience the new gadgets and guns that you've implemented and put into the game,
Okay.
but there's this option to go compete. And I like to compete, man. I like to compete in almost everything that I do, right? um but I can't sit here and act like I don't support multiplayer only games, right? I supported Overwatch. When everybody on the team was playing that, I ran out and grabbed it. There was some resistance, and Siobhan wanted it, so I grabbed it and I played it, and I played it for a little time. I liked it a little bit, but it just wasn't one of those games I can keep going back to, right? Same
Right.
thing with Titanfall, which I consider to be the game of the generation, right? If you think about that E3 where they announced the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and you think about the games they showed off during that E3,
Mhm.
Titanfall took the show. It was because it was something that we loved mixed with something new that you know what I mean? When you think back and remember the feeling. Like I still get chill bumps to this day of that Titan coming down and you jumping up, it grabbing you, you get in
Yeah,
that
it was
thing
dope.
and
It was
slide
different.
across. Man. And,
Listen,
and the
you know what's
thing we
crazy about the
crave
whole
for.
situation? It was easy as just falling out of the sky, dropping down. It was as simple as picking up the guy that you were playing with and putting him in the machine himself. And that shit was cool, bro. That shit was cool it was cool to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Titanfall, it's just it's nothing. How what can I say? What
Spectacular.
am I saying?
Nothing. It's
It's not even
nothing.
spectacular. It's not.
It's basic a basic Call of Duty clone, right? It's a team that came from Call of Duty, right? That wanted to go in a different direction,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
they branched off and did Titanfall, right? Which I freaking love that game, man. So I won't say that um I don't know, man. I guess it's Call of Duty attached to multiplayer only. The Black Ops, and I kind of watched some beta play, and it looked kind of like this, like the graphics look dope. like when you selecting your character before, it looked like some goddamn, like they kind of get that Street Fighter, they standing there before the match. I'm like, yo, look at all the gear and shit they got on. That shit looks crazy.
Yeah, I
Like,
love it. I think
but
it's dope.
as far as like the gameplay, I'm like, it's like, oh god, here we go again. It's basic it's Call of Duty, like damn.
Yeah,
Give
I
me
get it.
something new, like Activision. Like I know that's your breadwinner, but like, some people hate on Microsoft for just having the same old three, but everybody else gets a pass. I don't get it. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, whatever. Now they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Splatoon and whatever else they got over there. I roll my damn eyes every time I think about it. And then Sony, obviously, they had something new this generation with Horizon, but outside of that, you see the same thing, and nobody kills them for it. I don't get it. But back to Call of Duty versus Battlefield. I like the Battlefield game when it comes to the modes that they introduced in multiplayer, and I did like the story this year. The one mission that sticks out in my mind in particular is the bomb and run mission when you got to escort the bombers.
Yeah.
That mission is so
It's gangster.
fucking dope. The
It's
bad thing is
gangster.
that game it looked great, but it didn't get any enhancements when the X dropped. So that's a bad thing. When I
You-
saw the
I
trailer for
don't
this
think-
new Battlefield, I was
Yeah,
just like,
I don't think it did. I don't think it got any enhancements.
but that new Battlefield looks. I don't even know. I don't even know. I know there's some controversy about the female lead character, but come on, man, you got to give credit where credit's due. That game looks fucking epic. Yo, in the trailer, there's like a bridge that blew up, and a tank falls on like three dudes and like crush them, and yo, I mean, it just, man, I don't know.
So what?
I
So
don't
let
know,
me ask you
man.
this. Let me ask you this. Are you going to buy Battlefield? Are you going to play Battlefield?
you, you, te- you, you tell me.
I got you, dog. Don't worry about
You got me. Okay.
it.
You tell me, bruh.
Hey, you trying to get that
Let's
20 spot? Let me get that 20 spot. No. Hey.
don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't
Yeah,
talk about it. We got to be about it, bruh.
hey, look,
But no,
man.
no, 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 no. But
No, but in all seriousness,
in all ser-
if it when it
if
drops and you had to choose between
if
Battlefield and Call of Duty, because they're gonna drop, within a couple weeks of each other, or maybe even a couple days of each other, which one are you going with? Which one you rolling
I'm
with,
buying
dog?
back. If I was at the store at my second favorite store having to pay full price for some shit, it would definitely be Battlefield because I know for sure that that we could play that. I can play multiplayer with Onyx,
Right.
uh, and Gamerson, and yourself. Even Be Weezy. I think Be Weezy even like Battlefield. So
Yeah, he does.
Call of
He rap
Duty,
hard. And I
we
got
just
you.
not a clique that plays Call of Duty like that, man. We really I don't even think nobody, like, if you go back and look at our achievements, I don't think anybody touched on this last Call of Duty.
No.
Nobody.
What do
And
you
that one
mean?
has story.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it did either. It definitely. I don't remember the last time I played a Call of Duty, man. I think that last one we were playing the story mode. I jumped in there late. Y'all were already on it. I jumped in there late, and the story mode wasn't bad. I enjoyed the story, and then we moved on to something else. That I mean,
I was texting the coach, my bad. I'm listening though. Yeah, it looks good, man. It does. I mean, you could I could watch that trailer a couple of times, just to see just to see what's going on. I mean, I think Hawk is in the comments, so Hawk, if you want to throw some comments in there about the about the Battlefield and how excited you are. We can share that. We can share that live. You're probably the biggest Battlefield fan we know. I mean, I've had epic moments on Battlefield. You know that first Battlefield when this generation started, and you know I still have a clip that I saved from this day from sniping somebody from across the
I
map.
was
I
about
mean,
to bring that up. I was about to bring that up.
yeah.
One of the best clips that I have seen on somebody's feed is you popping somebody from, jeez,
I don't know how
halfway
far it
across the,
was.
I don't know. It's like halfway across the map though, and you literally see a guy like a dot just kind of jumping around, and then we see you zoom in, and then pop, there it is. Be Weezy, what's up, bro?
Be Weezy.
What's up, man?
No,
How you
man,
feel? What's
we're
good?
sitting in the dark. I feel like you drunk.
That adult beverage.
Just got off of that stogie.
Oh man, Be Weezy eyes
Segment.
is all glossed up.
No, man, they're not glossed up, man.
Hey, Be Weezy, let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. Oh, with the Gremlin G up there.
Yeah.
You ain't the real TSU Tigers though. Anyway, if you had to,
It made me spit my drink out. I ain't never lost no Texas Southern Tigers.
let me ask you this, man.
I'll
Did you
take it
see
on that
the?
one.
Yeah, did you see the Battlefield trailer that came out yesterday?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, and did you happen to see the Black Ops trailer that came out last week?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you feel about them two games? Now, we both know I think we've all been hoodwinked by some of these games that have come out in the past. I just want to know how you feel about it, man.
DJ, what you said? They just redoing it and selling us the same thing?
Oh yeah, they take the same game, they reskin it, put some new characters on it, maybe map the buttons a little bit different, and then hit us with the okie dokie. And if you run out and grab it, you've been okie dokie Loki. So that's how they do it.
Yeah, because I feel like for about 12 years now, we've played World War One and World War Two.
That's all people want to play. I don't get it.
That's not true. That's not true. I
That's
told you I
the
liked the Call of Duty before this last one, but people hated it.
Call of
I
Duty
either want to
Titanfall.
play something,
Call of Duty Titanfall. I
whatever,
mean, no, nobody wants to
whatever.
play that. It's Titanfall, fam. Like
Yo,
it is what it is.
that
But
to
hold on.
me, that to me is dope. Like you using your imagination. You're not going back and stealing from something that's already been done into the ground. I want to see your imagination. That's how we get all these great games, right? You get the Mass Effects of the world. You get the Halos of the world. You remember when Gears came out? You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
god,
That was something different,
it
and
was so
somebody had to
different.
use their imagination for
Yeah.
something like Dead Space. You want me to keep going? You had the Alan Wake that dropped. That was different.
Yeah,
You know,
that was
it's not
very
like
different.
God of War. You know, they took different concepts. I'm not even getting into it, but I'm just saying, look at State of Decay, which I think has, in my opinion, as of right now, is the game of the year. I know that's gonna be crazy to
Ooh,
say.
that's hot. You talking hot shit right now? Ooh.
That game right there is the truth. Somebody had to use their imagination to do the things that they're doing in that game. While it may still be a zombie game,
Right.
the way the things that you're doing, you know, they set a trend with that game, right? The base building from the first one, and if you die, that's it. My man Weezy texted me earlier, he was upset about it. But
Man, I'm still in feelings, bro. I can't believe Nico is gone, man. I wanted to just start all the way over. Hey, but look, why you talking about that? I was about to die with the army lady. I rolled up on this spot. I ain't have enough health. I thought it was just one of them simple meet and greet missions. They just started busting the cap at me, and there was zombies behind me too. Bruh, I hit start in end game so quick.
Didn't want to lose her.
I loaded back in, and they loaded me back in right there. Bro, I jumped in that SUV so quick.
Burned off.
And got across that map, dog. I'm not losing her today too. I'm not losing two people in one day on State of Decay.
Then tell me how you really feel. Come on, TimWayne. I don't know if you dived into it yet, man, but listen,
I have
that
both of them
fucking
in
game is the truth. The first one was the truth, and this one is the truth as well. It's
game
everything
of the year,
I loved
though?
about the first game. Everything I love about the first game, except for you could play it with your boys. And I tell you, when me, Hawk, and B Weezy was playing the other night, I was having such a good time. If it wasn't for my son, my infant child, and my responsibilities as a father, we probably would have been up to like 1 or 2 in the morning. Gears of War style.
Oh man,
just being real.
What?
Being real. We was waiting on you to make it 4. Yeah. It was that much fun. Game of the year. I will say whatever. Call me crazy. Whatever. God of War. Whatever you want to say, man. Bullshit. This is the definition. This is what I've been trying to tell people. Like, that God of War was hot for like a few weeks. Now it's an afterthought, and you got fake ass people, mainstream gaming media, or some of these YouTubers out here that want to pretend like they ain't having fun playing State of Decay. They want to bash it, but on the backside, like if you run up on their gamer tag while you're online, the motherfuckers playing State of Decay with their homies. Man, that game is the truth, bro.
But they gotta be honest though. They know why they don't like it, because they done lost 3 people already.
I gotta be honest. You might not like playing with me as much, man, because I like to go real slow, man. I like to creep. I like to stab zombies, stealth killer, man. I do not like to move fast. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but somebody got my one vehicle stuck in some rocks.
Man.
Every time I leave out my house, I see my vehicle sitting over in the rock quarry over there, stuck on a rock. Man, I can't get my vehicle. Now I gotta go find a new one, man.
I had found a truck and then I flipped it right in front of my house. It's still upside down.
Can't get it turned over.
Nope.
You gotta use another vehicle. I went straight to the Googles, man, trying to look for a solution, man.
But be Weezy, are you gonna get Call of Duty, or are you gonna get Battlefield 5?
Okay, so in the terms of those 2 games, the thing that I've always admired about EA and DICE and Battlefield is the environments and being able to be a little bit more team oriented. But if a dude run into a building, you can just blow the wall off and go in there and get him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
In Call of Duty's always been, since World at War, it's really been run and gun. Your team is going to be as strong as you individually. And so if you can just run and gun by yourself, you're going to put the team out, So I've always kind of sided with the Battlefield, but again, I'm tired of playing as the Germans or the Americans versus the Nazis and this and that or whatever, man. Just give me something new. Like, I think we can do something different with Battlefield, man.
Like you don't have to go Titanfall clone, right? There's ever only gonna be one Titanfall, bro. You'll never be able to bottle that up again.
But you don't have to caping for Titanfall, because I feel like nobody else is caping for Titanfall, dog.
There's some Titanfall fans out there. Shout out to y'all. All my Titanfall fans out there. But you can go modern. You can go 5 years in the future. You can go 10 years in the future. You don't have to go space and alternate universe. Let's bring it back modern. there's only so much you could do with those weapons from that time frame, is my understanding. You can't. I like attachments.
Right.
I want to put attachments. Shit on some of my guns. I like gaudy guns with a laser beam and a 6 times scope with a grip and an extended clip, and I like all that stuff, man. So I'd have to agree with Weezy on that. I don't like the old timey wars. I think it's been done. You go back all the way back to the PS2. I think we was playing Call of Duty. World War One. Yeah. So
okay.
I don't know. I guess that's why I like. I don't like the Call of Duty. I didn't like Black Ops 3 that much, even though it was cooperative and that was something they tried out for the first time. It was okay. It wasn't like great.
Okay.
The one after that, I do like. Like I said last week, I do own that. I think it was Advanced Warfighter. I think that one, it had some dope parts to that game. Some cool little story to it. But when it comes to these, when they take it back to World War, I don't know.
Okay, I feel that. I know Modern Warfare 4 is slated to be more on the, of course, I guess, modern side of things. So we'll see how what happens with that. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get burnt and beat up and shot up by some 12-year-olds because all they do is play Call of Duty.
Right.
And
a lot of people play
control the sensitivity on 12.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to master that. I don't have enough time to play those type of games to even get good at it. So
So we're a couple of weeks out away from E3, and we already talked about the Madden coach for you join.
yeah.
But you could dive into a minute how you feel about T.O. being on the cover. Are you excited? You ready?
To be honest, this is the first time I heard of it, man. I mean, shit. I was out on the road. I was out on the road 2 weeks recruiting, so I didn't know who was going to be on the cover. But Tim, I have talked to Tim. I have talked to Tim at depth about my issues with EA football and the lack of competition. Just kind of going, I guess, maybe going off another topic or whatever. But I was playing FIFA the other day, and I was thinking, man, this is a really good game. And I'm like, why is this a good game? Because you have Pro Evolution out there as well. And so it has to be a game for people to buy that. Madden is the only game out there if you want to play football. So
no competition. So they just put whatever out.
Right.
And the masses just eat it up.
Yeah.
I get that, man. That's a good point.
I really don't have no argument for it because he's right. I think competition can,
it creates a
better product. I mean, I agree with that. So I can't even. I mean, damn, I want to be like, yo, I don't believe that, but at the same time, it's just like holy shit.
I applaud EA for what they did last year with the defense or what they tried to do with being gap sound and this and that or whatever. But for me, as much as they have tried to do, they are still lacking in a lot of areas on defense and giving you options to play defense. They feel like the option of playing defense is what type of defense you want to run, 4-3-4, 4-2-5, multiple. But when I'm talking about options, I'm talking about the combo coverages, the pass rush games when it's 3rd and 13. Like this button pressing for a move, that stuff is over with. I should be able to take my 3 technique and my 5 technique and run a game on this side in the boundary if I want to, or run a full 4-man game, or run a two inside guy game or whatever. But it's just
Ooh, hey, listen, you talking that big talk, don't be, hey man, they
I'm just
can't,
saying,
they don't know how to do all that, man.
but they
Well,
do.
hold on. I gotta push back a little bit because right. So it just I can see where he's coming from, right? Because the technology has gotten better over the years, right? And so we're still using some of the same mechanics we use, on 360. The graphics have improved, right? Or we got more modes. So
Yeah.
I gotta ask you the question: can some of that $1 billion microtransaction mud money be put into development of a better a system as far as play calling, adjusting your defense, adjusting your offense, like Coach is saying? Is that a
Oh,
possibility?
okay. I mean, I'm gonna say no, and the reason why I'm gonna say no is because developers only have really 10 months to pump out a game, as far as Madden is concerned, as far as
Well,
2K,
don't
as
what
far
what
as
did we
all of this
read a while back that
rumors.
said they make them three at a time? So Madden, for example, Madden 14, 15, and 16 all created kind of, they use the same engine, and then they try something different.
Well, I mean, okay, this is just based off of what I know. I'm going based off of what I know and how things work from who I've been associated and affiliated with. I know that they got 10 months to really pump out a new product, make improvements. If they're going to use a new engine, if they're going to continue with the old engine, what the focal point of the marketing scheme is going to be, as far as what's this game going to be about. Last year it was um, total control passing, right? Nobody used the shit. I'm not even going to sit up here in front and try to be like Captain EA Saberhold. Nobody used total control passing. It was too difficult to use. And if you had a shitty quarterback, you were throwing off, to the side, you were throwing up over your receivers, or you were throwing an interception, period.
But that's in the
So
game.
huh?
That's in the game. That was in the game.
Yeah, if you hold the left trigger once you hit A to hike the ball, you get to put the ball where you want the receiver to go, and you can totally destroy a coverage. But nobody uses it. Nobody uses it. I've seen some of the top players in the world play that game, and they don't use it. So I think that was a failed attempt
Groton
at
don't
just
use it.
selling the game. Go ahead.
I said Groton don't use it.
No, not at all. I don't even think he knows what it is. To be completely honest with you, I don't think he would know what that is. So it takes 10 months. They get 2 months off, which really ain't 2 months off, because what they're doing is trying to prepare and put the polishing and the finishing touches up on possible patches, content that may need to be rolled out in different game modes, marketing schemes holiday marketing schemes that they got to finish shooting that. They got to finish shooting, for Valentine's Day, Christmas, New Year's, and all that other stuff. So, and then if they run into any issues as far as when the game comes out, shit, that's a whole nother story. That could delay. That could really set things back, because if something happens in the game when the game comes out, let's say Madden 19 comes out, right? Madden 19 comes out, it runs smooth. You're probably going to see more. They'll be able to spend more time on Madden 20, which again, the game drops in August. They'll start working on the game, and probably like September or basically October, November. So if the game continues to have running issues, if people continue to try to exploit the game, then you're gonna see less changes. You're going to see less improvements. You're going to see a lot less of stuff. So I do remember seeing and knowing what the focal points for the next 2 sports games are going to be. And me and B Weezy had a conversation a couple months ago about that, and I'll share with him, you know, at a later date, what we talked about to remind him of what we were talking about. But I think a lot of people may enjoy this. I think this is going to be, this Madden and this FIFA is going to be geared towards an older crowd.
You got to understand, and see, I have to excuse myself in these conversations because I could be overly critical because what I do every day. And so when you turn on the game and the hype and this and that or whatever about, oh, it's real and, you know, this, that, and the other. And then when I start playing, I'm like, that's not realistic. You know, like I said, I'm the hardest critic when it comes to it. But the one main thing I have with the franchise, and I know I've talked to you about this a couple of times, Tim, I hate that when you get into, see, it's so Madden Ultimate Team focused, and it's so now with the with the story and the, you know, the cinematics, it's so focused on that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get into a regular franchise, there is no player development. I don't want my player development to be like my character development on a RPG.
Okay.
I want to be able to go back to Madden 07 and take my rookie that I just drafted and put him in a catch drill, put him in the interception drill, put my quarterback in the pocket awareness drill. Okay. I don't want to go to practice and practice all these plays, and that's how my dudes develop. You know what I'm saying? And they not really all developing because I'm spending XP.
Right. Okay.
You develop, you practice.
You want an individual. You want to spend more time on working on individual players that you feel that would benefit and work for your team.
I give you one example. I give you 2 examples. I took Cromartie in the draft, okay, and he was a corner, but he was 6'3". Mm-hmm. I moved him to safety. His skills or his attributes diminished a little bit, so I put him in drill after drill after drill. He became an all-pro safety. Then okay, I had Aaron Glenn, who was a corner, and as they get old, I moved him to safety, and I put him in drill after drill, and he was all-pro.
Okay.
Like, you was able to get rookies ready to play because you was able to put them in those drills. I don't think you can get those rookies ready to play now just through the practice system. You got to play game after game after game, and you have to do some unrealistic stuff. Like, that person that's not ready to play has to play and get 100 yards and 2 touchdowns a game to get all this extra XP.
Right.
It takes too long.
Yo, you know what this reminds me of, though? And TJ, I think you're gonna agree with me, and I also think you're gonna agree with me, Big Weezy. Dog, we're spoiled, bro. And this is why I feel like we spoiled. We spent so much time playing NCAA that we really can't shake what we had before.
Can you mute Tim now?
Huh?
Can you mute Tim?
Can I mute him? I don't know what TJ is.
Let me see if I can mute him.
Bro, we're
NCAA, you gotta be muted.
No, don't mute me, bro. But dog, when we were playing NCAA, it was just a game within a game. You know what I mean? We were looking at recruits. We were trying to figure out where, you know, how to beef up our personnel. How are we going to get more more of our rookies or our freshmen more playing time so that they would be ready for the next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just, and you can't, I mean, you can do it in Madden, but it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
let's segue that into a possible game that maybe we could see here in a couple of weeks at E3, and that's the NCAA game that's being developed by the company. I can't remember the name. Forgive me. But what do you think? Do you think there's a chance we see that game? Be Weezy, have you ever seen that game? It's a Kickstarter game.
Yeah, I follow it on Twitter and Instagram, and you know, almost to the point that I'm frustrated at how excited I am about the possibilities, because when you read the stuff, they talk about full customization, and I know a lot of people are kind of put off by it because you're not going to have Oklahoma or Ohio State or Texas in there, but from everything that I keep reading and I keep hearing, I'm like, this is going to be like roster share. Somebody's going to go in.
Gridiron champions.
Yeah, somebody's going to go in those schools, and you're going to be able to upload them schools anyway, even though they're not on the game, you know, but you'll still be able to play with Oklahoma and Texas and all of that. So that's what my excitement is with the full customization and stuff like that.
It says the game might hit the market on 2020. I'm hoping we see something here in a couple of weeks, man. We're huge NCAA fans. If you haven't figured that out by now, I think we say it every damn show. You know, it was a big part of how we came to be as a group of homeboys, as a team. So,
man, it sparked a lot of competition, man. That game,
competition is great, man. Competition is great. It creates fun.
I think if that game was out now, if they would have seen what we were doing back then, I mean, we might be on TV, dog. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. We was making videos.
Don't even talk about it. Don't talk about it. It's still a dream of mine for us to maybe do a promo commercial for the next NCAA game. Even I don't want to share anything.
There's no greater feeling than to be in 11-person online dynasty, recruiting the same people, writing stories on the dynasty website.
Yeah, the dynasty. The dynasty website.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean about something different, something fresh. We keep getting the same stuff over and over and over again, man. You are killing me, and I'm the type of person that's not gonna break my wallet to play something that's been reskinned, man. That's an excellent point. Like the Dynasty website, being able to go on the website and create uniforms, or actually recruit from your damn phone or from your laptop. Yep. You know, what other game is doing that right
now? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I mean, just like B Weezy was saying, like I would log in, you know, wake up in the middle of the night, can't go back to sleep. So I log on to NCAA, and there's Mr. Gradden on. You know he's on because you can see the icon lit in the game that he's on.
You can see who's recruiting.
He's still recruiting, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, how does it?
So I was able.
So why can't we?
My business.
Why can't we have? Go ahead, Weezy.
I was just saying, with the Dynasty website, I was able to do everything I needed to do with my busy schedule. I would do my defensive meetings with my guys and this and that, and then sit in my office from my computer and do my recruiting.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Why can't we get any? I mean, I know that Destiny has something like that where you can, but that Destiny's dead. Why can't we get anything like, one of our favorite games that we don't play no more is Division? I mean, that's a third person action RPG game. People get it confused. It's not a shooter. It's RPG. People that we enjoy playing. TimWayne, you play it because it's third person.
Yep.
Why can't we see something like that from Ubisoft? And, I don't know if a lot of people noticed they tried with Assassin's Creed Unity, where you had an app and you had control over assassins in training, and you could send them out to unlock chests and do missions for you on your phone. And then in the actual game, when you logged in, those chests and stuff was unlocked. We don't see anything like that no more. Nothing innovative like that. It's all Call of Duty. I don't know, man. I feel some type of way, bro.
Well, I can tell you why you don't see it, and you don't see it because I think a lot of these studios are not willing to take the chance because it can impact them in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? You listen. I remember we had this conversation about Marvel vs. Capcom. He was like, "I'm not feeling it. That don't look good." And you were like, I don't play fighting games anyway because they always end up going on sale. So I'm like, okay. And sure enough, it's $20 now. The game ain't even been out a year.
Yeah.
It's
But
$20.
That's
It
what
was
I'm
because
saying.
of the
That
negative
that's
feedback.
reskinned. That's reskinned something that's reskinned Street Fighter. I mean, let's be honest. The core, right? We are the core. The people that are in their late 20s, the 30s, and their early 40s, maybe some 50-year-olds. We are the core, right? 10 years ago, we were on the 360 playing that. And then, 5 years before that, we were on a PlayStation. We are what made gaming great, what it is now. If you, I don't want to feel myself too much, but I'm just saying, like, if you really think about it, that I would say from about 26 to 45, really, that group of men is what made gaming what it is now. And I feel like at one point, they were just going out trying to create something great. Now it's more of microtransactions, battle royale games. There's no
We about
creativity
to see
there.
a ton about it. We about to see a ton of battle royale games. They coming.
I don't know. I don't know. I was looking at the list earlier, and let me just read it off for you. Right? Battlefield 5, Call of Duty, Anthem, Beyond Good and Evil 2, Death Stranding, The Division 2, The Ghost of Tsushima, Kingdom Hearts 3, Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man, Skull and Bones, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Rage 2. Okay. These are kind of games that we know we're going to see something about. Splinter Cell, Gears
But
of War 5, Crackdown, Rising.
we not finna see all them games come out this year. That's what I'm saying, though.
No, but I'm saying we're going to see something about them, and a lot of those are not, with the exclusion of maybe Call of Duty and Battlefield. A lot of those are not battle royale, but a lot of those might have microtransactions. We've seen this pattern, right? Instead of investing in something creative, they've invested in microtransactions, or what some people might say is paying to win, right? I mean, I think Wheezy, did you play the Assassin's Creed, the latest one?
Yeah.
It was something you was playing.
I
Right?
played it and I love it.
So you love it, right? But didn't it offer microtransactions in that game? Like you could pay like to unlock a sword or something. You know what I'm
No,
saying? The same thing with the Shadow of War. Like you could pay to get the stuff you needed, like real coin.
Doug. Okay, so I don't know if you caught this, Be Weezy, but I did in game. So if you go through the main menu of the game, you can purchase currency, and what you can do is spend real money to get that currency to unlock all of the items on the map. Every single item. treasure chests, tombs, everything. You can unlock everything. I think it was like $15 or $20, and nobody said a word. Not one. Because
Okay, so
why?
so to be
Because the
clear,
game. Because the game was good.
but hold on, to be clear, that was an option. You could also still do it without paying. But
Yeah.
I'm saying there's no creative thinking. Like instead of saying, okay, pay me $20, why don't you say use the app that I was just talking about to unlock locations? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Play a mini game on your phone. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's gone a different direction, and I think sometimes when people see money, they lose sight of what they could potentially be doing. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
guess that's all I'm trying to say.
Hey man, I don't know about y'all, Legend and B Weezy, but I'm for microtransactions, man. As you could tell from how we started off the podcast, where we at right now. I mean, if you want to pay your money, if you ain't got time like B Weezy and you running around the country and you moving around constantly and you want to throw $20 to possibly better whatever you're doing, then I don't knock that. I don't, and I think a lot of people frown upon that because they like, oh, you not grinding, but what, motherfucker? What if I ain't got time? What if I got kids? What if I got like? I don't understand why it's so frowned upon if it's an option. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't support certain things. Like, if there's some content that comes out and it's a microtransaction, and the only way I can get it is through microtransaction, then I just don't buy it. I go figure out how to do something else. But maybe that's just the
I don't.
generation that we come from.
No, I totally agree. But what I'm trying to say is they put more time and effort into that versus something that's innovative. That's all I'm saying. I totally agree. That's your money. You're a grown man. You go to work and do what you do for your own money. I can't tell you what to do with your paycheck, but I can tell you I'm not finna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just would like to see something more innovative, versus that
Go
wasn't a
ahead,
thing.
B.
My thing with that, with the microtransaction, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it neither. But don't make me spend $64 for the game neither. Because to me,
Ooh.
I feel like you're not really
Yo.
you're putting out a product that's not really $64 because but you're gonna get me to pay that, and then I'm gonna on top of that pay another 20 to $60. So I'm gonna pay for that again.
Season
So just
season
Okay.
pass,
Okay.
season
Well,
pass
okay.
on
So
top
now,
of
okay. So we
microtransactions.
getting somewhere. Hold on, TJ. Hold on. Be Weezy though. What would? Okay, if you were a game developer, okay, let's say they put you on that EA and they're like, hey, we want to pump out this. We want to focus on Madden Ultimate Team. How much would you pump? How much would you put Madden on sale for?
you had to go back to the Madden 2K days. It'd be $40 because you about to get all of that money. So with the success of Ultimate Team, and it's been a success, and it's
Yep.
been money deal. You don't even have to charge $64 for that game no more. You don't. You just don't because people ain't even really playing regular franchise mode that much no more. They playing. Some people are, but a lot of people are playing the Ultimate Team. And when it
Yeah.
comes down to it, they want Deion Sanders or they want Bo Jackson. They want them dudes on their team, and they gonna spend that coin to get it because I know, Legend know. When you start off and then you just trying to grind with your Madden Ultimate Team with the cards that you get, you gonna get your butt whooped.
Yeah.
That's
It'll
why I gave
happen.
it up. That's why I gave. Can I touch on that real quick? If you don't mind, gentlemen, may I? So what I would say to that, TimWayne, is let's take a look at some other models out there, right? So if I said to you, okay, you have a game like Overwatch, right? It's been out 2 years, right? I think they had a 2 year anniversary. That's why the game is free to play this weekend.
Yeah.
You take a game like that and it does seasons, right? Now,
Hmm.
I'm not the hugest fan of Overwatch, but they do a big number in microtransactions, right? And it's all cosmetic. Nothing
Right.
to help you win or nothing like that. And they do big numbers, right? All right,
Hmm.
let's take it another step further. How much did we all purchase Rocket League for?
$15. Oh, I caught it on sale. I caught it for I think 5 for Black
Now,
Friday.
now,
I
Rocket
was
League,
I
Rocket
got on
League
Rocket
is
League late.
is is just as competitive. You could play it. You could play seasons on your own. You pay $15 for it. I can understand Madden being double that. So let's just say 30. What's wrong with updating from season to season? Because a game like Rocket League, and even if you want to go bigger, a $65 title, even $100 edition, Overwatch, when it initially launch, they do seasons. And so what you do is you do a season, you sell me a disc, and then you say or a code, and say we're going away from doing this every year, the 16s, the 17s, 18s, 19s. You just say on this date we're gonna release season 2019, and then you update the rosters, which we've already been doing for years, right? You're not charging. Nobody has to go out and spend another $65 for the game because they already have the base game. Now you could do it every 5 years where you really have to update the game, but from in between that, you do season updates where you update the rookies, update your cards or whatever you want to do, implement the new rules from season to season. Now I could get that. I can get down with that. I'm not spending 65 for this base edition or 80 for the gold edition or 120 for the
Mhm.
goat edition, right? I'm
Right.
just paying $30 for the disc, and then I know I'm gonna get at least 5 seasons, and then that can supplement my money for but in between those 5 seasons to do some of those other things. Now, why couldn't we see a model like that? That's
Because
innovative, right?
the community wouldn't have that, dog. Honestly, I couldn't see that being successful. And the reason why I couldn't see that being successful is because I know how I am. Again, we're talking about that core, right? That core audience, right? So the core audience that they're trying to target at this point, honestly, it's not us. They want to target the people that enjoy Madden Ultimate Team. And quite frankly, the only reason I even played Madden Ultimate Team was because of the fact that I couldn't play college football no more. So I messed
Okay.
around, got on there, and I was like, oh, they got a college football promotion for Madden Ultimate Team.
Uh-huh.
And then ever
Uh-huh.
since then, I fell into it. So I now it's like I'm hooked. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think that would be. I don't think that like they're gonna
Let
target
me
that would
let
only
me push
work
a
for
bit.
Madden Ultimate Team. I don't. I feel like that
Let,
wouldn't work for hardcore gamers.
let me push back a little bit, and I'm just pushing back a little bit. And you take the biggest game I left out of that is Fortnite. I think
Right.
it's up to season 4 right now, and they
Yeah.
do a battle pass, and they do a couple of options, right? You can do $10, and it gets you so many levels, and you can get 20. You can pay $20, and it gets you so many levels. That game is massive, and I think it is on pace to do bigger numbers than Overwatch and PUBG, and nothing's ever gonna never gonna overtake FIFA, but I just think that model can work. You look at something that they're doing over there, and it is working over there. I can't stand Fortnite, but my 13-year-old son loves it, and every other day is asking me, to take him to trade in his PS Vita so he can get some damn V Bucks. So I mean, and we're talking,
Hey.
$20 here, $20 there, $20 here, $20 there. So you are still a company like that is still, generating revenue from microtransactions, but yet and still Fortnite is free to play, but they're still making profit. This is what I'm saying. It could work Will they
Listen,
do
man,
it? No, but
I
I
just
think it
feel like
will. It could work.
they're not targeting us, man. They're not targeting us. They're targeting kids. I mean, younger people want to play stuff that's more fast paced.
But
Right.
I
Legend
mean,
brought
this
up
is
a
what
point.
it is.
Legend brought up a point about the different madness, the gold edition, this and that or whatever. They they are those games are strictly to me. Those editions are strictly targeted to the people that play Madden Ultimate Team because the only thing that you get with spending more money for the different versions of the game is gold packs and legend packs and this and that or whatever. You're not getting no franchise stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Let let's take it a step further and say, okay, right, when is the license up? When is the license run out for the NFL? Do you
2020, I
know?
think
Okay,
2024. I think
so 20
2024, and they gonna re up
20.
again. You know
Okay,
they
hold on.
gonna
But
do it.
before they re up, they say Tim Wayne, B Weezy, and Legend go to the NFL and say, listen, we had this idea, right? You don't sign exclusive deal with EA. Let them still make their money, but we tell you what we want to do here. Here's our motto. We want to create a free to play NFL game, same type of game like they make, right? We're not going to put out a disc every year. It's free to play. Here's where we make our revenue at. You download the unique uniforms. We give all we charge for each uniform you want to download, each uniform set, each player, each his Hall of Fame player. We download for all the cards, whatever you want, the 90, just the same idea, the packs. We charge for the packs, and here's how much of a cut you get, NFL, versus what we take from it, right? What
Right.
what what do you think would be said then? We got a free to play game here, right? And all you have to do is pay for what you want. Pay for what you want. We'll give you all the teams, all the base teams. But here's
Okay.
what we won't give you. Let's take all the uniforms ever worn by the Dallas Cowboys and charge $2 for them. We take $1, NFL take $1. Will that
They
model not work? I'm just hypothetically. I'm just throwing it out there.
That model would not work, and I think the gaming media would burn EA's ass for doing that,
No, I'm saying we
for
would do that.
following to,
You got
for
small.
following a trend. For following a trend,
No, no,
I
no,
think EA would get burnt
no.
for it.
I'm saying a small Joe company, right? It goes back to what Coach was saying earlier. EA don't have no competition right now. I'm just saying hypothetically, if a
Oh,
smaller
if a
company,
smaller company did it, then yeah, they would get all
right?
the praise because it's free to play. You have the option to either buy or don't buy. But
Exactly.
all
So
of the
why
other
why 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 wouldn't we see something like this? It's a possibility, right? Right, because we had free to play Fortnite versus PUBG, and we all see what happened with that. But that's the only point I'm trying to make. It's not that I hate Madden. It's just they're not being innovative. It's staying the same. It's different, but it's the same. Versus if you said, okay, let's be consumer friendly here. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna give the game. We're gonna say the base game is $10, and then you pay for anything extra that you want. Any extra.
okay,
Mud. You want to do the mud pack? Fine. You pay $10 for the game, and then you pay an extra 20 for the mud pack. We'll give you 30 packs to start off with to get your team, right? Something like that, and
okay.
then you pay for each additional team that you. I'm giving away a business tip right now. Somebody gonna go take this shit, and we're gonna see Joe Smo NFL football in 2021.
But look, so like what you saying though, too, like the Madden Ultimate Team and stuff like that is really like selling the game. And, they trying to be, and I say trying to be innovative because what I think EA does is EA gets in a groove and they got a cash cow and they just kind of ride that. But kind of on the same point, I saw something the other day about 2K. And what 2K has done is they partner with the NBA and the community. you know, how you had your my player and the pro-am and this and that or whatever. They had a draft last year where the best players, the best my player players were drafted to 17 teams. 17 NBA teams sponsored. And those dudes, some of them $30,000 a year. They getting benefits, they getting health care. They, you know what I'm saying? All to be part of this E-League, and that's their job. And I thought that was pretty cool. I kind of applauded it, 2K for that, and the NBA for taking something and making it not just a money grab for them, but they also kind of putting the power back in the player's hand as well. While Madden, the only thing that we really saw was, you had the championships or whatever they used to be on ESPN, and I know they still have, but you don't have anybody like being sponsored by an NFL team or anything like that or whatever.
I think B Weezy, okay, so my thing is with that, and to rebuttal to that is that I think that this year's NBA 2K was one of the worst ones that they put out in a long time.
They got greedy.
They did hit you with the micros.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong with the game. It's stuff that in that too that's wonky or whatever, But I think.
Hey, fellas, we got to continue this conversation online while we're playing State of Decay. I've been really wanting to touch on it, and we're about to hit that 11:30 point where the podcast is gonna shut off on its own. So we'll give some outros, man. And this is what I love. This is us getting better. I mean, we went an hour and 30 minutes. Coach joined a little late after watching them Cavs get that W, but it's all good. Real quick, fellas, Tim, we'll let you go first with your outro. We'll try to do something again. We talked about some 1v1s. So we'll try to do some more stuff this week coming up. It's a long weekend. So real quick, give your outro, TimWayne.
Hey, I just want to say to you guys out there in the gaming world, hey, I appreciate you listening. If you are, I would greatly appreciate your feedback. This is something that we normally do. We used to do the Shooter Sundays. We really need to get back to that. But hey, man, we just trying to keep this dream alive. We all know that the dream is free, but the success or the hustle that's sold separately. So hey, you do what you got to do to get there, and we'll holler at y'all next week, hopefully.
Coach, anything you want to say?
Man, it's always gold at the end of the rainbow, and the Dynamo gonna win the MLS Cup.
Ooh, talking spicy about them Houston Dynamo.
Man, I hope we get a team here in Austin. That would be lovely. It would be lovely if we get that Ohio team down here. But yeah, man, that's it. We appreciate you guys. Like TimWayne say, the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up for me. Hit the subscribe button. Y'all look for some tweets. Follow us on Twitter. I put those in the comments section. You can hit any of us up on Twitter if you want to engage in conversation. We'd love to do it. We appreciate you. Everybody have a great week. Enjoy your holiday. Be safe, and we are out.
See you.
Peace.